Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another day, another stream. How are we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to have you, legends, here with me. The screen's just gone up. There we go. And yeah, how are we all doing? It's great to see you, legends, that are in the chat already. Nick's back, mate. I missed you yesterday. Missed you greatly. Welcome back, Bobby. How we doing, mate? We've got Razvan saying hello from Romania. Well, hello to you, legend. Thank you very much for joining me. If anyone new is here, let me rephrase that. If anyone's here that's new, please do drop a subscribe as well. John, how we doing? And BPN, afternoon to you, legend. Do let me know if the music is too loud. I've turned it up a little bit. I don't know whether it'll be too loud for you guys or not. Obviously over my voice. Do let me know. I've just turned the background music up a little bit. We've also got a different one today. We've got night driving on instead of acoustic. Instead of daydreaming, we've got night driving. Stonksy, how we doing, legend? So yeah, welcome to the stream. For those of you that was watching the stream yesterday, obviously we plotted out this long on stream, which basically gave a almost perfect entry, obviously minus about $200. Bitcoin come down, obviously, into this area that we was looking at yesterday. And obviously, I put this long up, and it would have been a great entry and obviously profits from there for anyone that did follow this. I did go in a little bit too early. I got very, very impatient because yesterday, yesterday I went to my mum's for tea and I pulled out my phone. So Bitcoin was at 103. It was like here, and it bounced up a little bit. And I thought, right, I'm just entering now because I didn't want to just sit on my phone all the time. And then obviously it did actually, in fact, because I cancelled my orders. I had my orders at like 102.8. Cancelled them, went in a little bit early and kind of screwed myself over a little bit, but I did make some nice profit on this. I think this has now become basically the new stream account where we're going to try and obviously turn this into some nice number. Currently we are up, I think it started with $650, I think, but as you can see here, yeah, so I did get in 103,511 in the end, which, yeah, kind of shot myself in the foot a bit because it could have been 102.8, which would have got some more profit, but I did close it out. As you can see, minus fees, paid some hefty fees on that because I was using some quite big leverage. I was using 21x, so paid $17 in fees. Came out to 161. But then, of course, the ZEC one from last week, we got that on this account. So this account's starting off quite well. We are currently around $300 in profit, which is not bad. And as you can see, I've gone short on Bitcoin. So this is kind of my little hedge on. So this is basically I've removed that long now. I was looking for up there, but I think since, let me just turn, I think I need to turn that background music down a little bit. There we go. Since we've come into here, I'm thinking that we may get some sort of pullback. Obviously, we've approached supply in here and we've been rejecting off it for now. So I've had a little hedge short. Well, I'm not really hedging against anything because obviously I closed my long, but basically we're stop loss up here because I think if we start coming up here, I am looking for that ultimate goal of up towards 110 in the end. But I'm thinking that we could get, we could get something like, again, may not happen, but I think we could get something like this, or we could get even a deeper pullback to come and wipe that out and probably test 102. We could get something like that. That's definitely possible. Or, of course, if we get above here, then we're probably coming into to testing this area that we were selling off from this week, and then obviously maybe up towards 110. So that's kind of my overall thoughts. But yeah, I'm in a short because we are in an area where the risk reward isn't that bad for a short. I'm not risking too much on this account, of course, but I'd be looking to obviously just maybe trade it back down and then look to get another long up towards 110 if given. It may not be given, but it's definitely been struggling since it came into this area, so maybe we have to come back down. We'll see anyway. But yeah, they're kind of what I'm doing anyway at the moment. But yeah, that long was a great plan. Did anyone follow that long? Did anyone end up jumping in longs yesterday when we got the drop down? We was very patient on stream too. We was very patient, wasn't we? We just waited and waited and waited, because when we was live, we was here, wasn't we? Yeah. So just waited. Should have waited a little bit longer, but yeah, it's all good. We'll see what we get. Where I'm up to. Let's see. Might need to just, I think I may just put another one on my personal account and go. That one, I'm excited to see where we could run that stream account up to, though, to be honest. I am excited to see where we can run it up to. What's that gonna do? There we go. Right, done. I was just sorting something out there. Right, so that's in. There we go. So yeah, we'll see. Are we bullish today? I'm feeling optimistic about the kind of general direction in November. Yeah, I'm not too sure if we come down again, like I've just been saying. GMGF, how we doing? Winning. I'm looking at 101k for longs, Dave. 92 is possible, but I would like to hold 100k. Yeah, I mean, I think as long as we remain, if we just zoom out, that's why I'm short. I think that's why I'm short in here, because obviously it's the first, as you can see, we've had some pretty good selling absorption here in this zone, which is obviously where you'd expect it to slow down if it's going to. But I think, yeah, as long as you kind of remain in this zone, maybe we can see it even better on the 4 hour if we go to the 4 hour. Yeah, you know, as long as we remain in this zone, I think, you know, it's not so bad, is it? Obviously, if we start breaking below, then yeah, we're probably looking at 92, aren't we? But I think anywhere in here, maybe we're just ranging. You know, we could just be range bound, couldn't we? I did draw something interesting up yesterday, BPN, and anyone else that was interested was this. Obviously, we drew this on stream yesterday, up in and around like 104, 500. And basically the idea of this channel, now obviously, if we come down to say 102 or whatever, unless it was maybe quite fast within, or we could fall out of the channel and then obviously reclaim it. But I'm kind of obviously looking at this, and there's a few people that are in the stream today that wasn't in yesterday, but I like the look of this channel, the way that we're moving up. And why do I like the look of it? Because obviously you can just see we're putting in some higher highs, we're putting in higher lows, we're moving in a channel. And of course, ultimately, the end goal would be to come and test this supply up here. Now, the main reason I'm interested in this channel is because I remembered something yesterday on stream where we traded like this after a big drop earlier in the year. So if you see, obviously, this drop that we got in March, when we obviously sold off again, when we sold off in March, look at the price action on Bitcoin when we was in here. And it looks very, very similar, doesn't it? You know, we'd had a big drop. We consolidated for a bit, and then we just started trading in this channel, and we were just obviously just slow grinding up and down, and then eventually reached the point of supply here. And then obviously that's where price capped off and then sold off, and then we had this retest. That was something to do with Trump. I can't remember what that was. That was something to do with Trump, that candle. But as you can see, very like kind of similar conditions as to where this was put in. And obviously price just nicely traded within this channel up until the point of supply, and then obviously ultimately sold off then. So, you know, it's not going to be the same, and we're not going to get the same outcome in terms of, you know, percentage and everything, but we could definitely maybe see price behave like this again. It's something that I'm definitely looking out for. Yeah, it's an interesting possibility. But aside from that, Stonksy has been killing it. Stonksy obviously gave us the nice confirmation from that point yesterday where I was looking to long when I went a little bit early. But as you can see, once we settled off, came down into here, tested this area that we'd marked out, and then we bounced. And then, of course, we got the green background with the green arrow, which, as we know, is like the king of kings in it on the 5 minute. It's like having, you know, a really good hand on if you're playing poker or something. Yeah, so we got that, and of course that's opened out. It got a cracker on Sol. It got an absolute cracker on Sol. I mean, look at this. This is what it's all about, isn't it? I mean, what a trade, what 2 trades that is. But I mean, catching this drop all the way down to here and then flipping in the green and then bang, mega. So yeah, liking that a lot. Let's see, where are we up to on this? I don't even, what was my entry on this short? 104.888. Oh, what have I done here? 104.888. It's not a mega one, you know, it's not a big trade, but we are shorting supply, so we'll see what comes out of it. So yeah, close my long. Where did I close my long today? 104.768. Closed my long, which was 22.95%, which wasn't bad on 21x, which built up a bit of the pot again. Built up the pot quite nicely. So yeah, we'll see what we get. But I am quite optimistic about this trade. I think I really like the idea of it. And again, you know, I'm thinking possibility of down towards 102 would net $273, which would add about a third-ish, maybe just under a third to this account, which would be great because that would tip us over kind of the 1,000 100 markish, so it'd be great. Don't know whether I don't know whether we'd trade all the way down there. I'd be kind of maybe looking for just retest of the region from yesterday, but maybe we do go lower. BPN's looking for 101. Do we maybe put BPN's level in? What do we think? Do we maybe put BPN's level in? You in any trades or waiting to enter, Dave? Do you ever catch any of these Stonksy calls you post on here, Dave? You never seen you brag or post percentage returns? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I never really have been that much of a poster, to be honest. Never really been that much of a poster in terms of posting P&L stuff and that. But I this trade that I took yesterday, this one that I took on this account, I planned this on stream. It was taken live on stream. Well, not taken live on stream because we planned it out on stream, but it was basically obviously waiting for price to come into this grey box. So obviously price come down into this grey box, and then we got the Stonksy green with the green arrow, which yeah, gave me some nice confidence yesterday. Sorry, this morning when I woke up and seen it. Sorry, yesterday. Woke up this morning about 6:30. Obviously checked the charts. But yeah, this was great, and obviously it caught a lot of them. But I mean, I can start posting more in if you want. I can go and post them more into the Stonksy Discord. Yeah, for sure, mate, for sure. I mean, really, most of the time when you see a Twitter post, me and SMFC do the Twitter together, but obviously a lot of the time it's, if you look on the Twitter, so he posted that thread. But I filmed that video. This, obviously, I was looking at this morning. As you can see there, I posted the GM, and this is what I was looking at this morning. So if you don't see me doing it into the Discord server, have a look on the Twitter, because yeah, mostly this is where I'm posting kind of what I've been looking at and what I'm obviously seeing on Stonksy. I probably should post it more into the Discord server, to be fair. And maybe that's something that, yeah, we'll look at doing, as opposed to just general discussion and stuff like that. But yeah, if you ever see anything like this on the Twitter, it's obviously what me and SMFC have been looking at. And as you can see, you know, when I was looking at this morning, just after I woke up, I posted this about 2 hours after I'd woke up. But I'd been looking at it from when I woke up, and as you can see from the time of posting it, Bitcoin went about 1k higher, which is good. You started a new Stonksy account for the stream. Yeah, well, it's basically turned into that. Yeah, I think it's basically turned into that. We'll see what we can do with it. I've started many of these accounts, haven't I? And then I've sometimes blew them up for my own stupidity. Like the last stream account we had, I basically just blew it up for my own stupidity. Nothing really to do with Stonksy at all. It was just my own stupidity. But yeah, I think we'll use this one as a new stream one. We're already about almost 50% up on the account. I had $650, I think, in this one when we first started. And we're up to 872, obviously, with this trade. So not quite 50%, but we're up there towards probably about 40% already, aren't we? And that's just off 2 trades. Halla, how we doing? Spicy, how we doing? Good afternoon, Wiz. How we doing, mate? Great to see you. Nice stream before. Nice stream. It was great to catch some of it. Yeah, whack 'em on X. Yeah, I've been. Well, that's typically what we do. And anything like the YouTube Shorts, started posting the YouTube Shorts on X as well. Like these ones. Like here, obviously covering. Sorry, that's the Sol one. This one, obviously covering the Bitcoin move with Stonksy, but also obviously the trade I'd planned out on stream yesterday. So yeah, maybe we need to get the get the Discord a bit more in there too. I think it's good. It's a good point, to be fair, mate. Be good advertising for Stonksy if you show your profits on YouTube Shorts from your stream trades. Yeah, that's probably another good intention as well. Yeah, is obviously I can use that account. For it because, you know, mostly it's it's trades that we've planned out on stream or taken on stream. Like I just took this short literally a couple minutes before we went on to stream, so we'll see what happens with that. So it's definitely good advertising because you can say, can't you, like, come into the stream and you can see everything done live. Where's the Discord link? It is well, it's only for users, Lord KCM. It's only for actual Stonksy users. If you are a Stonksy user, you'll have it emailed to you. If you just kind of can't find it anywhere, then just drop us an email. But it's a locked server, the Stonksy Discord. Yeah, it's only for Stonksy users. But we'll see what happens. I think obviously, if we break above this area on itty bitty, then let me get rid of this. Hang on. Let me just clean this up a bit. Hang on. Hang on. What the hell? How big's this box? Where's the editing tool for it? Oh, it's all the way over here. Right, let me just drag this down. So there we go. Yeah, so I think plain as day, really, isn't it? If we break above this one, then we're obviously probably coming to take this area, maybe come and clear this high at least. But in my mind, the eventual kind of outcome would be filling in this area and reaching the actual point of supply from the sell-off, which is in and around 110 to 111. You can see it more clearly on the 4-hour. Hang on. Yeah, that's kind of my underlying feeling, is that at some point we will come and test this, which I think will then obviously give a really nice short opportunity. But obviously for the here and now, for where we are, we've hit this barrier thus far. We've rejected, which is obviously the good risk reward for a short, in my opinion, not financial advice. But then that could see us maybe trade back down to here, maybe test 102, maybe even 101, something like that. Or of course above there, then we'll look for them areas. But it's a good, it's a really key point, and risk reward wise, yes, I thought it was good. Is Stonksy having a Black Friday deal, Dave? Yes, it will be, mate. It will be. Yeah. Do you think US Gov reopening will pump markets? I'll be honest. I don't really know. I don't really know. I'm not really like. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know. What I would say is there's obviously a big backlog of data, isn't there? So while the government's been closed, we haven't really had much of the economic data. Obviously, CPI was meant to be released today or tomorrow, I think. Obviously, that's not coming out. We've had so much data not come out. Now, obviously, with having a FOMC meeting on the 10th of December, I don't really know what they're going to do with this data. I don't know whether they're just going to, like, as soon as the government's back open, they collate it all and just kind of release it, like, for October data and November data and release it all, or whether they'll just start afresh with the next round of data or what. I'm not really too sure on what they'll do. But yeah, I don't know. Is the honest answer. I really don't know. I don't know what effect it'll have on it. I mean, on Bitcoin, it's obviously had it's had a negative effect. If you want, if you want to put it down to that, I wouldn't have. I think probably it's just the overall weakness in the Bitcoin price. But in terms of stocks, I wouldn't really say that there's been that much of a effect on it. Obviously, we had this sell-off, and again, was this really anything to do with the government shutdown? I wouldn't think so, because the government shutdown was like at the start of October-ish, wasn't it? And we rallied to new all-time highs, then pulled back, and we're literally about $50 away on the S&P from more all-time highs. So I wouldn't really say it's had that much of a negative effect on the stock market either. I think obviously the backlog of data will be interesting to see what happens with that, whether that will give a good, whether that will give good indication to the markets, because obviously, depending on how all this data comes out, will depend on the Fed decision in December. But have they not been paid? I was under the impression that they were still getting paid to do nothing while it was shut down. Hello, Hugo. How are we doing? Great to see you. Make sure if you haven't, drop a big like on the stream. yeah, do drop a big like on the stream. Now, what I do want to do, actually, you actually pointed out something good to me there about the Black Friday sale. So there will be a Black Friday sale on Stonksy for annual and lifetime plans. It won't be on the monthly because we never discount the monthly, apart from obviously that offer where you get the first month for 20% off. So there will be big discount on lifetime and annual. So if you do want any of them, of course, you know, that is coming up probably in the next week or so, innit? I'm not too sure on percentages. Yeah, I will ask tomorrow for obviously what we'd be given on that. But for let me see if I can find it on here. Where is it? I don't know. Maybe TMG's got one. Looking for Trading View, because I'm pretty sure CSE has a Trading View link, which obviously if you do, you know, if you're on one of the premium plans on Trading View, then they do a huge discount around Black Friday. So it's the best time to get kind of your annual plan for Trading View around that time, because it discounts it by like 70-80%, I think. I can't find the Trading View one. I'll try and find it for tomorrow and stick it in the thingy for you guys. But yeah, Trading View put a huge discount on Black Friday. So that's another one, obviously, alongside Stonksy being discounted on the annual and lifetime. Trading View will have a massive one. Yes, Jeff. Great to hear it. No air traffic controllers were having to work for Uber and such to make money. Really? All right, okay. Didn't know that. Wow. No free codes for Stonksy. You've got it anyway, haven't you, Hugo? You're on premium. I think you don't need that. You've got it anyway. But yeah, interesting to see what will happen for Bitcoin in and around here. We do, of course, have US Open in an hour. What's this? Sorry. Let me see. What's this? No, sorry about that. I was just checking everything because I'm still bloody waiting on keys for my house. Still waiting on the keys for my house. So I wasn't sure if it was the solicitors that messaged me or whatever, but hopefully I can get them this week. It's be a bloody joke now. Oh really, Hugo? Really? Is that right? I didn't know that. I thought you was. I'll pick Stonksy up finally on Black Friday. Yes, Bobby, yes. I have to go now. Have a great stream. Oh, mate, legend. Well, it'd be great. Can't wait for you to be in there, mate. Can't wait for you to be in there. It'd be great. Legend. Of course, for anyone else that's been watching maybe for weeks and months or whatever, and you have been wanting to pick it up, then yeah, obviously in the coming week, we'll probably run it. Maybe even from next week till the end of the month. I will ask. I'll ask TMG tomorrow in the morning, and then I can bring you guys the obviously the first announcement of it and get it going. Maybe just soon as he tells me obviously the percentage what we'll be knocking off, then maybe I just whack up the discount anyway, and you guys can just use it before it's even obviously whacked on X or anything. But yeah, Bitcoin still hanging around here. I am actually pretty fine with if I get taken out on this. I'll be pretty okay with it, but still going to hold it to stop loss or glory. We'll see. Let me know in the chat, what are you guys doing? What are you guys trading at the moment? Any active trades open? We did long it up, and I closed my long out. So whether is that impatience, is it foolish? Maybe close it out at the right time and switch to short. We'll soon find out, won't we? I assume that we're going to get some good volatility on US Open. Please. We got absolutely bugger all yesterday. Like, in the whole time that I was streaming yesterday, I think Bitcoin moved by like $400. Like, came on stream here, yeah, 104,500 basically, and went off stream there. Literally, it moved like bloody $400-500 in total. So hopefully we get a bit more. Long ARB, says Scotty. Okay, ARB, yeah, interesting one. Sol long, I mean, yeah, Sol's had a good reaction on it. Sol's had a good reaction, and on Stonksy as well. The 5 minutes absolutely killed it. I think they vote today on approving opening the government. I think that will be good for us. Yeah, I mean, I don't know really too much about it. What I did do yesterday was, though, I went and put some spare change on Polymarket. And again, yeah, don't go and do this. This is not a recommendation or whatever. But, I mean, it's been slashed now. I think it's basically, obviously, it's being priced as certain here. I got it at 4%. I thought I'll just put some spare change on it at 4%. Obviously, just in case it doesn't happen. So I put some spare change on that on the 16th plus, just in case anything happened, and obviously it didn't go through and it didn't reopen until next week. Just as sort of like a little play with it was literally just some spare change. But I did go and put that on just because the odds were like just so against it. I thought all it takes is one tweet from Trump in it saying they're being difficult again or whatever, and obviously this would swing the complete opposite way. So that's what I did go and do that yesterday as well on Polymarket. But apart from that, yeah, I don't really know too much about it. Hugo says still long on Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, and EU. Oh, nice, mate, nice. I closed out. But yeah, nicely done, mate. Nicely done. It's prediction markets. It's just prediction markets. Like, for anything as well. Like, anything. Like, obviously, it's got this one on here of when will the shutdown end, and basically you just can pick yes or no for each one. So, for instance, if we type in Bitcoin, there's obviously loads of them, and it's not just crypto, it's like anything. But, you know, for instance, this is one where what will Bitcoin hit in November? So obviously it just lists loads of different ones. And obviously, depending on the Bitcoin price, will obviously dictate where volume goes into any of these options. And then obviously that will change percentage. But say, for instance, you come down here and you think, right, I'm feeling bearish for the rest of November. I'm going to choose yes on $90,000. Which, say you put $10 on that. If it actually hits $90,000, you would make 76.92. So obviously you'd be making a total of $66.92 with your $10 back. But of course this changes. So say this went to 50%. Say Bitcoin dropped to 100k again, or 99 or 98k. Obviously the probability of this happening in November, the actual percentage probability would shoot up, because obviously Bitcoin's dropping quite a bit, and maybe obviously looking for lower levels. So then say this went to 50%, you would then still be able to cash out at 50% if you wanted to. It's just prediction market, so it kind of works the same as, what would I say it works the same as? You know, kind of like when you have a bet on and you've got like live cash out. Obviously, if the bet's looking good, your cash out will be better. If your bet's looking, if things are going against your bet, your cash out will be a lot lower. It's basically kind of same thing a little bit, but it's obviously prediction market. Now, it works for anything. Let's say, obviously, this is all, you know, crypto related, but you can bet on the Fed rate decision in December, stuff like that. It literally does anything. I'm trying to think of just something completely random. Let's just type in like Christmas. So I think the thingo ones. Will Jesus Christ return in 25? There's just what will happen before GCA 6? Let's see. What will happen before GTA 6? Loads of, you got all this. Jesus Christ returns. That's at 50%. That's mad, isn't it? But yeah, so it's just like, oh yeah, prediction markets for everything. Prefer Kalshi or Polymarket? I'll be honest, I've never used Kalshi. So I can't really comment on whether it's better or worse than Polymarket. I have no idea. Obviously, Kalshi and Polymarket's been integrated into loads of stuff, and I know Kalshi got integrated into Weeble. I think it was Polymarket that got integrated into Robinhood. I think it was, wasn't it? Unless that was Kalshi as well. But I mean, Polymarket is raising at like a huge valuation in it. Like I think it's raising at like a $10 billion valuation or something like crazy. Yes, I'll get that up now, Nick. Thank you for reminding me. But yeah, no worries, mate. I'll be honest, I haven't overly used it. I think like I've only ever really placed probably about 6 or 7 things on Polymarket, I think, in total. So I'm not like kind of an expert on it or a serial user, but it is good for maybe stuff like that, maybe just taking like a little hedge or whatever. Kalshi is off-chain, Polymarket on-chain. Well, there you go. There's the answer. Is Kalshi even crypto? Or is that like just full fiat? I don't know. Is Kalshi even crypto or is it full fiat? I'm not too sure. Anyway, let's get the poll up before Nick gets angry. There we go. But yeah, it's nice to come into a stream where we've had some good price action in it. Obviously, MSTR was dropping again yesterday. That's up again pre-market. Coinbase, snapback pre-market. Circle. Circle had earnings. They actually beat it. They beat earnings per share, and they beat revenue, and it's dumped to 194. Oof. Circle getting hammered. I mean, if you look at Circle on a daily as well, if you look at it on a daily, let's see. Oh yeah, it's coming. Is it coming in to fill in this gap? I mean, there's not really much price action down here, is there? But it obviously does have this gap where this day closed and then the following day opened. So down to 83, perhaps. I mean, it's a lot of the way there, isn't it? If you go back and have a look. It does have this gap here, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the earnings was good. They beat revenue and they beat earnings per share, but still selling off. I mean, it was overvalued anyway. Well, how do I get that up? That Wiz was doing yesterday. The market cap of it is 22.75 billion. So in retrospect to obviously USDC market cap, it's a lot lower. But for doing 739 million, so say they did that over 4 quarters, they'd only be doing 2.8 billion in revenue. That's obviously not even profit. While the market cap is 10 times as what they do that per year. So I don't know whether that you consider that overvalued or not, but obviously the market is not favouring it at the moment, and this thing just keeps getting hammered, doesn't it? That thing just keeps getting hammered, Gemini. Yeah, Circle taking an absolute hammering. Not crypto. There we go then. So Kalshi's fiat, Polymarket is crypto. Yeah, it's very easy on Polymarket as well, I find, to like just obviously get money on there and get money off there. Very easy. But yeah, I think should be a good day. I mean, Bitcoin's starting to maybe try and press back up now. Here is my stop loss at 106. Am I going to get taken out? I mean, it's a very real possibility that it maybe comes for stops at 105.5, isn't it? Maybe something like this. Ooh. Maybe something like that. Either way, I'm just going to ride it out. Just going to ride it out. But yeah, do make sure you drop a big like on the stream if you haven't. Of course, vote on the poll. What I will do now is we will go and have a look at what else is going on in the market. What else is going on? So let's have a look at ETH. What is going on with ETH? Obviously, we still have these levels of where liquidity will be. And you can see, obviously, on the daily, we're actually stuck at the first one, aren't we? Stuck at the first one for closes. And then stuck at the second one for just, obviously, just peak price action. Again, this area will be telling for eventually when ETH gets back up there. XRP come down into a good level, didn't it? Come down into a good level on the 4th. But again, a lot of these, you just see, most of them will just be just kind of range bound. Sol got slammed yesterday, didn't it? Sol got slammed pretty harder than everything else yesterday. That was a big fall off. But again, just kind of in the consolidation range. Everything you can see is just in consolidation. Apart from this thing, of course. Doge holding a nice region so far. Oh, look at Asta go, and look at Asta. So obviously this is where we've got resistance up here. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens with Asta when we come into here. Obviously the next region will be up there for the next SR. Probably get rid of that now. But maybe is this accumulation on Asta perhaps? 10% up today. Pump looking good. Pump's looking decent today. 10% up as well. Things are looking quite frothy, aren't they? This had a great day the other day. This done a 2x as well in like just a couple days. Blue, obviously old favourite of the channel. Not old, but over the past few months. Not anymore, but Aero carrying on its pump. That's rallying quite well. For this thing, I am interested in at some point soon. I just don't know when. But maybe this has the potential to be kind of like the flagship of a BNB chain for memes. I don't know. I'll prefer down here, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, all in all, it's been some solid price action on it. Let's see. Are we gonna maybe push higher? Are we pushing higher? We're still wedged in there, aren't we? I mean, that's the market in a nutshell. Let's see if there's anything we're missing, because obviously I don't have all tickers on there. Let's see. Oh, this thing, DCR, is the most up today. 20% up. Let's go and have a look at this thing. Don't know what this is. USDT. Oh, yeah, there you go. Stonksy catching it right there. Wow. Look at that for a pump at the start of November. I have no idea what this thing is. I have not a clue. But this thing had a solid pump, didn't it? Solid pump for a couple of days. And then it's just kind of cooled off, but it's held in there around its level. What is the other things? CC, IP story. Obviously, there's Asta, there's Mix. I never ended up buying any Mix. I was interested in it, but let's see what this thing is. CC. Oh, so this is snapping back a little bit, but this thing kind of looks like it just launched and then obviously died a death. Yeah, well, it just dropped down anyway. Yeah, I mean, something like this is really dangerous because there's just not really much price action, but that DCR one seems to have done well, whatever that is. Oof. Bitcoin's looking quite frothy, isn't it? Bitcoin's looking quite frothy. What do we think we should do? Uniswap, yeah, Uniswap, like I pulled up on the chart, and had a massive pump, hadn't it, over the last few days? You know, in a 2x, which has obviously been hard to come by in this market for a little bit. I'm not sure really what to do with my position. I don't know whether to close. I'm going to keep it open, but yeah, we are looking quite strong, aren't we? We are looking quite strong. I'm going to leave it open anyway. Is frothy a bullish industry term? No. Frothy is just a term that a term that I say. I don't think anyone else uses the term frothy, to be honest, apart from me. It's just basically like saying like, oh, it's looking kind of geared up or looking strong or whatever. That's kind of like the term that I apply it to anyway. Yeah, but I don't think I've never heard anyone else say this is looking frothy and mean it in a price action way. But if anyone else wants to start using it, then maybe we could get it going as like an industry certified term. Can't keep up with all this millennial lingo. Me neither, to be fair. Me neither. I don't really keep up with any lingo. Let's see what memes are doing. Actually, not even looked at memes. Ooh, look at Popcat, 22%. Whoa! There we go. Look at the buying on that. Wowee. Oh, look at that. Popcat is popping up. Popcat first to really run it back hard, innit? I was looking at this yesterday. I know that I was tempted to buy it, even though I'm wanting lower. I was tempted to buy it, but I kind of just stuck to my guns and didn't. Kind of wanting in here, anywhere in there is what I'm wanting for that. But a lot of these, I mean, look at this, just very, very condensed price action in a lot of these, isn't it? Obviously, yeah, Pump having a good one. Fartcoin. A lot of these. It's funny with memes because obviously looking at the chart, we're accustomed to looking at, say, Bitcoin and ETH and Sol, and you wouldn't say that was up that much, was you? But as you can see from the daily closes and opens, you have plenty of time to buy, say, at that level, for instance, and you'd be 20% up, which is not bad, is it? Considering like this is only last week, but we're just obviously looking at this chart, you wouldn't think that the gains are as big as they are, but it seems like memes are having a good time. Obviously, a lot of them kind of down in the dumps, aren't they? Pengu's came back into this level marked out for ages, this region. Absolutely ages. And again, for Pengu, I think it's quite simple. Obviously in here is holding quite nicely for now. And then this area would obviously be next for interest down here. So again, really simple like that. It's just like one look on the chart because there's not a whole lot of price action as well. You've obviously got this area which may hold, or another like kind of 40% drop coming. This is one that we traded up towards the highs, weren't it? I wonder if I'd have left that Pengu trade open that I did, would it have cause I think it may have caught it would have ended up catching all this downside, to be fair, but I mean that is a long time to hold in it. That's July. Long time to hold a purchase position open. But yeah, do make sure you drop a like on the stream if you haven't. Let's see what have we got going on here. How kind have you guys been to me? 11 likes, not bad, not terrible, but not great. Obviously under half. Do please take a second, scroll down, hit the like button. Of course, if you're new here, subscribe as well. It'd be great to welcome you back every single day. As always, if you do want me to look at anything in particular, do let me know. But yeah, we are just cracking on through the market. And we do have US Open coming at us in 35 minutes. While we have Bitcoin having pumped up this morning. It's not that often that we get a whole lot of price action in London hours, is it? It's not often that we get that. But this was a strong move in London hours. So take it while it comes, of course. But yeah, don't often get it. But we'll see what we get. But yeah, 35 minutes. Do go vote on the poll as well as dropping a like. Currently, we've got 69% of votes for up. So you guys currently put a majority that you think it's going to go up on US Open. I am to the contrary because I'm short, so I'm down. I'm also down on P&L slightly too. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe you guys get to watch me get stopped out on stream. That'd be fun. And yeah, thank you to also to you, Scotty, as well, mate, for reminding me about Black Friday. Yeah, there will obviously be a big Black Friday sale on Stonksy for annual and lifetime. And of course, TradingView. If you're looking to get your TradingView for the year, make sure you get it around Black Friday because they do knock off like 70-80%. So it's always the best time of year to have your TradingView plan running, where you can obviously get it again for massively cheaper in and around Black Friday. But yeah, Bitcoin just kind of compressing now and it just consolidating. We're not really sure on where we're going to go next. I'm going to go to the toilet. Going to have my toilet break before obviously we settle down for US Open. So in the meantime, of course, do like, subscribe, sign up to BLOFIN as well. Do sign up to BLOFIN where I'm doing my trading, where I do all the trading and where obviously Stonksy users trade. I will pin the link in the chat. Of course, in the description too. Where we go, pin. And yeah, of course, I'll be back in a minute. Don't go anywhere. Take a couple of minutes to chill, relax, and we'll, of course, come back for US Open and see what's going on. Hey, I'm back. Right, settle down now for the rest of the stream. Sean says, has Dave gone for his pre-market dump? Mate, I'm not gonna lie, I did, yeah. Full transparency, I did indeed dump. So yeah, I'm all cleared out now for the rest of the day. Oh, Bitcoin's come back down, hasn't it? Back in the green on my shorts. Very nice. Okay. I've just seen as well while I was on the toilet that the US House is voting at some time today on obviously the government shutdown. Question is, after all this time, is it going to be a sell the news event? Or is it going to be a pump the markets event? What do you think? That can be the next poll once this one's over. Got the BPN level there. 101. BPN level. Go on, BPN. If he's still here. I tell you, I've not seen ages in the chat. Is Loki? Not seen Loki in ages. Don't know where that guy is. Just reminded me because him and BPN kind of always had like very, very similar viewpoints on the market and where it was going. Well, I just realised then, I've not seen him. I think he popped in maybe once last week. I can't remember. We haven't seen that guy in a while. But all you guys are legends and girls. If there's any females in here, great to see you as well. Yeah, let's see what happens with Bitcoin anyway. It is finding great trouble, isn't it? Just above 105k. It's finding great difficulty above here. So let's see what we can do. And if indeed I end up getting stopped out, or if we get a nice little runner back to the downside, we'll see. I think it's going to pump. Got 2k stimulus checks for low and low end earners is being proposed by. Yeah, well, I saw something else on that actually while I was taking my pre-market dump. Is that it's going to be for anyone earning under $100,000. So anyone earning under $100,000 a year is going to be lined up for it. It'd be interesting to see if it like gets capped, say, per household. I don't know obviously where it will stand on that, whether it will just go to like each person or if it will be capped on household. If they'll maybe do household income as well. But I've saw it'll be for anyone earning under 100k. But I'm not quite sure what they're going to do on household, whether it'll be like if you have a combined household income of under 200,000, maybe if there's obviously two people down there as the two adults or whatever, or if they just give it anyway, and maybe obviously if there's two people living in the house, both paying the mortgage or whatever, to get 4k. I don't know. I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it? But we'd never get anything like that. We'd never get anything like that, would we? Can you imagine? So $2,000 is around about £1,400. We'd just never get that, would we? We'd never get that dropped into our banks ever. No chance. We haven't bought the news, so no dip to sell. On Bitcoin, yes, you are correct, but on stock market we have. So I think that's where the interesting thing comes in, to be honest, Sean. I reckon it's to appease the benefit claimants, snaps. Right, okay. I'll be honest, I don't really know too much about like how the US works with stuff like that. I think it probably as well is that it just, I mean, you give anyone free money and they're happy, aren't they? You know, you give anyone free money and they're happy. Like for Trump, it's probably just like a net positive because people will just be naturally happier with him by giving free money. I mean, don't get me wrong. I definitely wouldn't change my viewpoint on this current government we've got in the UK. Even if they give me £1,400, my viewpoint would definitely stay the same. But obviously, how they're running the country over there and how our country's being run are two totally different things, aren't they? I actually think he's doing a really good job in America. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely be happier. Just free money. Yeah, why not? Because I think they've got midterms coming up next year, haven't they, as well, in America? I think maybe that is that kind of like the local elections that we have over here. I really don't know how it works, but yeah. I really don't know. But what I do know is that we've got US Open coming at us in just over 20 minutes, so I'm going to close the poll. 71% think up. We've still got 14 likes, which is good, actually. Good going. Thank you very much. Do drop a like if you haven't. And let's see. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Obviously, a lot of you that are voting up probably are gonna be wanting me to get stopped out, aren't you? Because that will then obviously see Bitcoin come up here. You fiends. I know your game. Most people are probably voting up, so I get stopped out. That's what it is, isn't it? I know your game. I'm onto it now. I'm onto yous. But yeah, that's where we're up to with that. Let me see if I've actually got it on. I think it was actually on the Stonksy Twitter that I saw that. That Besant guy again, Treasury Secretary. He's everywhere, him, isn't he? He's everywhere. Honestly. Kraken co-CEO says UK rules are making things worse. Yeah, true. Where is it? Maybe I'm sure it was on here. Polymarket projects the government shutdown will end today. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I've got a tiny bit on where is it? I'm trying to find out what time. maybe it wasn't on the Stonksy one. Oh wait, hang on, there's loads of bloody new posts here. I'm sure it was on the Stonksy one where it said what time we were actually what time they were voting. Yeah, it was. Hang on. Right, 7 o'clock Eastern time, which I think is 5 hours. 5 hours behind, is it? Let's see. Twelve o'clock midnight. So we probably, obviously, unless you're awake around midnight, which I'm definitely not. See what we wake up to based on this vote that's coming today. Maybe it pumps into the vote. 4 p.m. CT. Maybe it pumps into the vote, and then I don't know. We'll soon see, though, won't we? We'll soon see. Anything else interesting going on X? Let's have a little look. I need to start having a quick look through as well. Here you go. When the government shutdown ends, crypto will. For you guys, we'll vote pump. Because I know a few of you in the chat have said that. I think that's definitely the main topic, isn't it, of today? Is going to be the shutdown and what happens. It'd be really interesting to see, of course, what happens to Bitcoin as well, moving into this. But we have got US Open in just over 15 minutes. With Bitcoin sitting right under resistance. So 3 things. Do we just continue to just chill and do nothing? Do we sell off, or do we push through resistance and start rallying up in anticipation of the shutdown ending? Unless there is every chance that maybe that's what the buying was this morning. Maybe this was partly to do with the anticipation that the shutdown's ending. Because obviously, I think this came. Did this come before it was announced that there was even going to be a vote? So, also, I mean, if you look on the S&P, I know we've not had a pump on Bitcoin leading into this, but we definitely have on the S&P, you know, definitely. And let me just get rid of some of these levels. Yeah, we've definitely not had a pump on Bitcoin, really, leading into this vote. And the, you know, the pending reopening of the government. But if you look on the S&P, we definitely have. I mean, we got a very, very aggressive sell-off at the start of November. But from the bottom there, we are up 3.5%, just over 3.5%. And we're actually only 0.76% away from a new all-time high. So this has definitely been riding some strength into there. But this is obviously high time frame strong as well. Futures in green, yeah, they're up, aren't they? Besant says substantial tax refunds coming into. It seems like they're giving money out, doesn't it? Seems like they're just giving money away to people. Why can we not have some? Why can we not have some? Have we got much news? Let's see what news stories we got going on today. Bitcoin's October momentum fades. Analysts warn November could be flat for Bitcoin. Well, currently the monthly candle's red, isn't it? I think the monthly candle opened in around 110. What's that? Hang on. Just let me message Dean and just tell him that news story's not right, is it? Let me just send him this, because that doesn't look right to me. Anyway, we'll leave that for now. Let me go back. This one went up 4 hours ago. Morgan Stanley warn of Bitcoin fall season. Is it time to harvest profits? We are actually coming in. This is another thing, isn't it? Is that we come in towards a period at the end of the year where typically you get, most of the time, you know, a good November and then a decent first week or two of December, and then obviously it goes into a lull. But obviously for people in America, their tax season ends for the financial year. So that's a good time for them to either lock in profits or obviously tax loss harvest or whatever. But Morgan Stanley strategists say Bitcoin has entered the fall season of its 4-year cycle, urging investors to harvest profits before a possible crypto winter, even as institutional confidence in Bitcoin remains strong. Now, obviously, take this with a pinch of salt, because big bank saying do this is obviously normally either A, they've already done it and you're kind of doing it for significantly less value than they are, or obviously they're trying to trick retail investors. But Bitcoin dropped below its 365-day moving average. I'll be honest, that's not something I've ever looked at, but it does make sense. I mean, it's 1 year moving average. I've never really looked at that personally, 365-day, but I mean, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Because it's obviously just like a 1 year moving average. Liquidity inflows from stablecoins, ETFs, and digital asset treasuries have plateaued, cooling momentum. Despite volatility, institutions still see Bitcoin as a macro hedge and part of diversified portfolios, blah, blah, blah. So that's definitely an interesting article. You can find that, of course, on the CSE website. Scotty thinks government should borrow money from the Fed or Bank of England so we can make the country great again. Then tell banks to go screw and print government-owned currency and lend it out at 0%, just like JFK was going to do. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, there's so many ways that you can strengthen the position of an economy and obviously just of a nation. I mean, one is just stop wasting it all as well. Just stop wasting all the money. I mean, by Christ, have you seen some of the headlines recently on what this Labour government is doing with some taxpayer money? Oh my God, like they are literally just giving it out, aren't they? They're just giving it out. It's crazy. And then saying like there's such a big black hole, but there's money for all this, and this. Mad. How are we looking? I'm just very, very slightly on the green side, very slightly, obviously, and a negative on my fees. Very slightly. That's going to be changed now. When it gets to this point, you just kind of want US Open to come round, don't you? Like, I get a bit impatient, me. Like, we just want US Open to come so we can get some maybe volatility in either direction. I hate paying taxes now so they can squander it and give it to those who don't put in, says Sean. I mean, you can't imagine how much waste is in this government spending, can you? Like, can you imagine the sheer amount of waste and like either just giving money away needlessly or overpaying on contracts that should be a lot cheaper, or whether it be, I mean, net zero. Oh, honestly, don't even get me started on net zero. That is probably one of the biggest scams that the British population has ever been put under. Net zero is just an absolute milking of money. Just wastage, just pure wastage, and it's just killing as well. It's just killing industries as well. Like, that is horrendous. NHS alone has spent 100 million in the last 5 years on translation services. Is that true? Didn't know that. I mean, sometimes you do need, sometimes you just do need stuff like that. Sometimes it will be a necessity because, for instance, if someone comes over for tourism to London to, say, visit Buckingham Palace, and maybe like they roll their ankle or they fall down a set of stairs or they slip or whatever and they end up maybe breaking a bone or whatever. Obviously, if their English isn't good, then they are going to need, some form of But then again, actually now, really what you should be doing is you should be looking at it. And AI should really start to be taking that kind of role on, shouldn't it? It should really be AI that you can get to do that job now, which obviously cuts out any sort of wastage like that. Like, you're not telling me that AI couldn't do that job now. Obviously, we've had Google Translate for absolutely years, haven't we? And being able to type into it or talk into it. But really, you should be able to do that with an AI now, and it should just be fluid, like no like mistakes or anything, and obviously a lot faster and clearer too. I would imagine, stuff like that is definitely where AI is going to be taking over, I think. Well, that's it, innit? Yeah, that's it. It's literally like you waste all this money, 50 billion a year, on literally just wasting taxpayer money. Trying to get green by 2030 for whatever stupid reason. The deadline is 5 years away, as if the Earth's going to bloody heat up and blow up in that time. All to save 1%. Literally, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Like, it doesn't matter. The UK could be green emissions tomorrow. and it still wouldn't make any ounce of difference on the planet until you get countries like India and China on board, which you're just not going to, are you? You're just not going to. So yeah, I mean, I just think it's one of the biggest scams ever put onto taxpayers. Maybe even worse than the PPE scandal of obviously a few years ago. I'm not off the top of my head, I don't know what obviously was given out in PPE contracts and all that jazz, but I mean, 50 billion a year is just ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, what could be done with that? You know, what you could build hospitals, you could build more schools, you could obviously definitely go a lot towards the cost of living crisis. Like, I mean, the amount of areas you could put 50 billion pound into and make the country so much better. It's crazy, isn't it? But we are, getting a little bit of movement on Bitcoin. We've got US Open coming out in 5 minutes. So let's see what we get. Yeah, let's see what we get. I mean, if you break it down, we're basically just like formed a very low time frame range, haven't we? Like that would just be like your kind of low time frame range on Bitcoin. Obviously, resistance, support, and you can see it's just ping pong there quite nicely. Obviously, for your scalpers and your really low time frame traders, for anyone that likes to do that on Bitcoin, that has been quite a nice range so far today. But yeah, we've got 4 minutes to go. So they spent 13.6 billion on PPE. So I mean, I do believe that it's 50 billion a year, isn't it, on net zero? So it is definitely a bigger scandal, in my opinion, anyway, than that. Hang on, bloody computers froze again. I'll be back in a sec. At least it done it now instead of right on US Open. Oh, my camera's not on. Hang on, let me throw that back on. I didn't realise that wasn't back on. There we go, we're on. Right, 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Where are we up to with this? Right, 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go, and then we'll have US Open. Hopefully, we get some volatility put into the market. Let's see. Anyway, let's see. We're ready. Got the trusty bell in hand. Ready to ring the opening bell. There we go. We are open. Do you know what would be brilliant? Is if by somehow someone from a trader on Wall Street, you imagine it, watch the Stonksy streams, and imagine if one day goes, "Do you want to come and ring the actual bell, the actual New York Stock Exchange bell?" Damn right, I do. Yeah, and we'll stream it. Yeah, that'd be the dream. That'd be the dream. 15-minute on Bitcoin forming a perfect inverse head and shoulders. Is that right? Is that right, James? Well, I'm short at the moment, so I closed my long out and shorted. Sorry, I'm late. I did bring a note. Well, what's the excuse? You need to give me the excuse, Delta. You need to tell me what's on the note. What's the reasoning, please? Not massive volatility as we've opened. Now, do remember today. The S&Ps. The S&P is coming down. We've hit resistance on the S&P as well. If I show you, as you can see on the 1 hour, we've hit SR. So we've slammed into resistance on the 1 hour. Obviously, above there will be good. Currently below it, and again, let me just tidy that up. That box can definitely come lower. So yeah, we've hit resistance on the S&P, which is seeing it sell off at the moment. Again, we do have the vote as well tonight. Now it's late for everyone in the UK anyway. It's late. That is quite the sell-off. Oh, that is nasty. We're not seeing any movement on Bitcoin at the moment reacting to this. We're not really seeing any movement on Bitcoin. But we do have the vote tonight. Obviously, the voting to end the government shutdown or not, which will come very late. 12 o'clock, midnight for anyone in the UK. But Bitcoin is remaining resilient. It's remaining resilient so far. But the S&P, came out the traps and tumbled straight away, didn't it? The dog stole my car. Bloody hell, mate. That's one I've not. Oh no! What? I'm gonna have to reset my computer after this. I'm not gonna do it on stream, but it keeps freezing. Hang on, I'll be back. Definitely before tomorrow's stream anyway, so it doesn't carry on doing this. Oof. Okay, we're getting some little push up on Bitcoin. Oh, well, on the S&P anyway from that sell-off. Not really much going on in terms of Bitcoin. It's kind of remaining flat, isn't it? No sound. You should have sound. You got sound now? Yeah. Okay. Don't speak about your wife like that, Delta. Oh, James coming in there with the hammer blow, bang. There's no coming back from that. Dead. Delta. There's no point even trying to come back from that. James has laid a killer blow on you there, mate. That's you done and dusted. James, mate, you didn't have to do him like that. That is shocking, but also very funny. I'm back. Good. Oh, mate, I can't believe you've just done Delta like that. Oh, how'd you feel, Delta? Give him anything you want back. Give him anything you want back. She can keep it. Yeah. Is that right? Do you want her out the house, Delta? Do you want her out the house? Get out the house. Right. Come on, then. Let's speed things up. So the S&P's bouncing back. My Bitcoin just looks very indecisive, doesn't it? Like it doesn't know whether it can break this resistance up here or can break this low time frame support. It's just wedged. I mean, if we go on to say a clean chart, you know, here is obviously where I'm talking about. So that's kind of like the really low time frame range that we're currently in. At the moment, Bitcoin's holding the lower. So it does obviously suggest we could snap back to the upside and maybe try resistance again. Unless obviously we end up falling out here. Did anyone short this area as well? Or am I kind of like a lone wolf in doing that? Did anyone else short this area? Or did everyone just want me to get stopped out? Which may still happen. Oh, it's pressuring it, innit? It's pressuring it. ETH went up and hit this region again. Bloody hell. Hit that exact region again. If we look at ETH on the 1 hour, we was looking at this area, weren't we? Oh no, Stonksy. We were looking at this area. Obviously, we'd come out and take that, but as you can see, we've been finding somewhat of a resistance up here. We came back down to in and around the ideal area on ETH yesterday as well. We did drop a little bit below. But, I mean, yeah, this area still remains rife for liquidity for sure. And then, of course, we got up here and then ultimately the sell-off zone. Ooh. Oh. Come on, then. Come on. Please. Come on. All the way back down. Go down to 102k. Thank you. I'm long ETH but left Bitcoin alone. Okay, BPN. Okay. I wanted to short, but I think we just get a retrace and then blast up. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking to re-long lower. I would love to just re-long anywhere lower, like. But I mean, as you look at it on the 1 hour, we've literally just come into supply. That was all. That was literally just my reasoning for shorting. It's just that, as you can see, we've been rejecting for hours, and you've just got easy invalidation. That was my whole idea for the short. Anyway, I would love to maybe come back down to here, and I would love to flip long again or 102, I know BPN's looking at 101. So BPN's probably looking at a clearance of these wicks here. Whether we get that or not is obviously a different story. Maybe we don't. But that was my idea anyway. S&P recovering, Bitcoin will follow. Typically, gives it some nice room, doesn't it? Although Hugo, you could have said that on Bitcoin for the past, what is it? Hang on. I mean, if you look at it, we put the low in on the S&P, didn't we? On Friday, and that has bounced back almost. So it's gone up 3.5% and bounced back almost to its all-time highs. I mean, look at the reversal on the S&P. But if you look at Bitcoin in the same time frame, we've not really done that much, have we, compared to where we sold off from? So undoubtedly, the pairing is definitely weaker for Bitcoin, because you can see it there, can't you? That the recovery has not been as well. Now we are starting to tumble. There we go. All right, let's see what happens next from here. Let's see what happens next. But it's good that at least we're getting some volatility in. I'm back. I think my internet dropped out for a sec then. I don't know if it was still running on there, but my camera just weren't loading. We'll mostly be looking at longs today to front run government opening. Yeah. I mean, that is definitely something to look at. Oh, it's done it again. It's froze again. Sorry about this, folks. This is incredibly annoying. Same with my router as well. Just have to reload it. Hopefully it stops lagging out. June open is support. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's going to be fascinating to see what actually happens with the vote tonight. Good documentary on Prime Mo for anyone interested. Climate Trails, all about the sky sprayers and health consequences. All right, okay. Chemtrails. Yeah, the S&P is, well, it did snap back and then has dropped down a little bit more. I mean, yeah. Bitcoin aside, I mean, are you not potentially thinking that maybe the S&P has already kind of like front run this reopening? I mean, it's bounced back very, very hard since Friday, hasn't it? I mean, it's bounced back very hard. What if this is I mean, this is a SR, so it can obviously pops above the grey box onto new highs then, I think. But has this maybe not potentially front run the opening? And as for Bitcoin, it's a different story in it because we've not really moved that much. So maybe we see a bit of like decorrelation. Maybe Bitcoin runs and the S&P drops. I don't know. Maybe the S&P runs to new highs. But I mean, the bounce back on the S&P has been quite impressive. Dips just carry on getting eaten, don't they? Nvidia back down to 192. So the Mag 7 is red today. As you can see, a couple of them down close to 1% or more than 1%. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of ride it out and see what happens. I would love to re-long down here. I can't lie. Like any sort of press point down here, I would love to long. But I think obviously if we get above here, then yeah, I'm you get above here, looking in towards here, and then maybe then ultimately towards 110. This kind of just what I'm thinking, just very easily just strip it back. And I'm not going to try and second guess what happens. I mean, what happens if they don't vote? I mean, the probability on Polymarket basically makes it look like it's near impossible for this to be voted no, and the shutdown not to end. But what happens if it doesn't end? What if the vote is rejected? What happens to the market then? I mean, it is obviously massively priced in the favour that the shutdown ends before, by Friday latest. But there is obviously still a very slim chance that it doesn't. So on Polymarket anyway, maybe some very, very clued up economic people are basically saying it's nailed on to end, which it may be. I'm not too familiar with judging stuff like that. Looking to market long with clear invalidation. Yeah, very nice, Hugo. Very nice. You'll have to come back on stream again soon, mate. You'll have to come back on stream again soon. Everyone loved it when you was on last time. I did as well. You'll definitely have to come back on soon whenever you can. I know you're doing obviously CSE on Mondays, aren't you? But it'd be great to have you back on again. Look at the ETH strength today. ETH was strong yesterday as well until it started selling off. Until Bitcoin started selling off yesterday, ETH was strong. Okay, we're starting to follow through now on a drop down. 5%. Not bad. Not bad. I'm going to move this up. That'll do me, and just see what happens from there. If we get down towards 103, bank 152, that'll take us towards $1,000, won't it? That'd be nice. There we go. Did anyone follow in on this? I don't know if anyone did or not. If not, I mean, I'm looking hopefully towards longs further down, but it would be nice to get a short bank for sure. Getting hammered in it. So from this point, and obviously this is just some this should obviously I want to like basically make my risk nothing now because we've sold off. Look at that. Have we had some news? That is hammered, isn't it? It's getting absolutely hammered. Have we had some news? Come on, load. No. Nothing. Oh, look at that. Did anyone follow me in? Did anyone follow me in on the short? Oh my God, look at that. I think I may take profit on this, to be honest. If anyone followed me in, well done. If not, then it's all good. There you go. So that was after fees, 87 USDT. Not bad. Not bad for a stream trade. I mean, obviously only 87 USDT for me on this account, but it was 10%. So obviously 10% would probably be different to someone else for whatever margin you'd be using. But that was a good trade. Very fast as well. Told you. I had a feeling it was going to go down. Maybe it goes back up now. I don't know. But I'm not really too interested in playing the risk. You put an order in now. Just triggers first lot of longs. Yeah, I mean, that was... I always find as well, I don't know about anyone else, but I always just think it's just easier to get it over with. Like, if price is going to retrace down to a point, you would rather it happen like that, wouldn't you? You'd rather it happen very quickly, very fast like that, than just something like this where, like, it just slow bleeds down into the level like that. Like, you'd rather it just get it over and done with, and just one candle it done, just you know, so we can get a move on. But not bad. I mean, we started this account last week, and we've had three successful trades so far. ZEC one, and then Bitcoin long, and then Bitcoin short. So we did start this account with 634. So we are in and around 50% up on this account with 3 trades, which is not bad at all, is it? It's not bad at all. Take that all day long. So yeah, if anyone followed me, well done. If you didn't, then yeah, I mean, personally, I'm not entering any longs here. I'm not really too interested in trying to front run the shutdown or whatever may happen with it. I mean, that was a fierce sell off, wasn't it? What I should have done, I should have just left the runner on that. I don't know why I didn't, because we could, if they vote no, we could slam down to maybe 102, 101. I should have left like a 20% runner on that. I don't know why I didn't. No, so there's nothing changed on Polymarket with that. We just kind of just died a death, didn't we? The S&P got slammed. So maybe that's it. Maybe the S&P is already front run. Obviously with the buy-in, it's already maybe it's already front run, and now it's kind of front running the actual decision. Don't know. We'll see. I mean, down here is obviously demand, and then you've got these levels. I would love to long close to 101, like BPN says, but yeah, thank you. Oh, hang on, bloody hell! I forgot I had other ones on. I need to close bloody my other ones. That's annoying because it's pulled back up a bit. Let's see. There we go. Forgot about that. It's a good job I remembered. S&P, yeah, the S&P dropped. If not, it will go night. Well, that's what I've been waiting for. You have been to Amsterdam? Yeah, I've been twice. Went when I was 18. Went when I was 19. It's good, mate. I mean, I haven't been in a good few years now. But when I went, it was good. Yeah, I mean, nice city, and yeah, I had a good time. It's nice there. Just you know, if you are trying out the selection of grass. Just go easy on it. I remember first time I went there, hammered it straight away and sent myself scattered. Yeah, actually, yeah. Well, that's a thing, yeah, isn't it? Hugo lives there. Yeah. Do you know what? I may come, Hugo. I may come. Maybe next year, and yeah, we can do a meetup maybe in Amsterdam. I mean, I really don't like flying, so I would get the train. I really hate flying, but yeah, I would get the train. But yeah, maybe we could do a little meetup in Amsterdam. That would be good. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching today. It's been a great stream. Hopefully, one of you followed on. If you decided to partake in my short, of course, not financial advice, is it? But maybe someone opted to follow. If not, drop a like, subscribe, and of course, thank you for watching. And I'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see obviously where we're at tomorrow. Be interesting when all those wake up in the morning, because they'll have had the vote and we'll obviously have seen the market reaction from it. But yeah, take it easy, have a great day, and I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.